Hello everybody, welcome to the first official online diary entry. It is the 16th of August 2022. Yeah, it's been a long time since I made any videos. Apologies, I was super busy, but now I'm back and I really want to push the channel. The idea behind the online diary is to document the life of a creative person and deep thinker who is trying to turn his life around. I'm hoping that my example can teach and inspire people to be more creative and make positive changes in their lives. I'm hoping my viewers can learn not only from my successes, but from my failures. I should begin by telling you guys a bit about myself. My name's Troyden Wainwright, I'm 43 years old. I was born with dyslexia and mild cerebral palsy. I went to special needs schools the whole time I was at school. I was socially awkward, I still am. Yeah, I made a lot of bad choices growing up, and even more once I was an adult. And yeah, one of those bad choices was not finishing high school. At the time, I just wanted to play music. I was writing a lot of songs. I was studying guitar and vocals with private guitar teachers, guitar and vocal teachers. And yeah, music was my life. And then one day, I decided to do some speed drills on the guitar without warming up properly, and I got a shooting pain in my arm. And yeah, I went to the public hospital, and there the doctors told me that there's nothing they can do about it, that it'll just hurt from now on whenever I play the guitar. So as a result, music, I started to focus less on music and more on writing, as in writing poetry, writing stories, and philosophical writing. And with the philosophical writing, that became my primary focus for a long time. And with that kind of writing, my aim was to define the truth, to put it into language as best I can. And that effort led me to an awakening in which I discovered numerous insights into life and gained a more objective understanding of reality. So although I had this awakening and I gained a new understanding, I didn't apply it in all areas of my life, and I also didn't apply it consistently. I certainly did apply it in many areas, but not in all of them, and as I said, not consistently. In many regards, I was afraid of how applying that understanding completely would change my life. I also fell into the ego trap of thinking that I'm a genius, therefore I don't need to do the work. And oddly enough, one of the insights I gained during that period was that there are no shortcuts in the long run. Nonetheless, being as arrogant and egotistical as I was, I thought I could get away with taking many, many shortcuts. And yeah, as a result, I am where I am today, which we'll get into a bit later. But yeah, to carry on with my story, while I was doing all of this writing and gaining these insights into life, I still had to make money. I still had to pay the rent and eat and pay for that. And so yeah, I flip-flopped between different kinds of jobs until eventually I found something which I consider a calling of sorts, which is working with special needs people. That's at school and at home and in various contexts. And I've been doing that for over 15 years. It brings me a lot of joy. Yeah, it's very close to my heart. And the reason I call it my calling is because I can make a difference while earning a living, and that is very important to me. I think I could work in an office, but I would be a miserable office worker. I think I just had to do something where I felt that I am making a difference and doing something that matters. And yeah, so even though I found my calling, I still felt that felt and feel that I'm not living up to my potential because I keep making excuses for myself in many areas of my life, and I have failed to achieve my creative goals. And even though I get paid well for the time I put into the special needs work, I struggled. I still struggled financially, and often had to borrow money, got myself into massive debt. The current situation is that I'm 43 years old, I don't own a car, I don't own property. Ultimately, this diary is an experiment to see whether I can turn my life around by applying the principles I discovered. One of those principles is that accepting reality is the first step towards changing it. Too often we don't want to accept the reality of our lives because when we do, they shatter our illusions about ourselves. We want to think that everything is great, that we are fine, and admitting that it is often not great and that we are often not fine can be painful. Nonetheless, when we don't face the truth about ourselves, we become less connected to ourselves and to reality, and less able to function in the real world. And the first step, as I said, is accepting reality. And my reality is that I'm not living up to my potential. So another reason why I'm doing the online diary is so that I can be accountable to someone. In other words, to you, my viewers. I also want to be an example to other people. An example of someone who's trying to turn his life around and fulfill his potential. As I said, I'm hoping my viewers can learn not only from my successes, but from my mistakes. And I'm bound to make mistakes along the way, but I also believe that if I apply the insights I gained during my awakening, I will also make improvements in my life. So if you are out there and you also feel that you are not living up to your potential, if you feel that you have more to offer yourself, more to offer your loved ones, and more to offer the world, then I want you to see this diary as a challenge to make positive changes in your life. Together, I hope we can raise the consciousness of humanity in whatever way we can. By raise the consciousness of humanity, I don't necessarily mean anything esoteric or airy-fairy. I simply mean that starting with ourselves, we do whatever we can to make ourselves better people. A result of making ourselves better people is that we can make the world a better place for those around us. That is what I mean by raising the consciousness of humanity in whatever way we can. I believe that my writing has the potential to uplift people, but to uplift them, it needs to reach them. That is what this channel is all about. The more popular the channel is, the more people it can reach, the more I can help uplift humanity. As mentioned earlier, the first step to accepting reality is the first step towards changing it. The current reality is that I have a grand total of 20 subscribers to my channel, so please help me change that reality by subscribing to my channel, liking the videos, and sharing them in any way possible. My interests are vast, so not everything that I'm going to post on my channel is about self-improvement. Some of it is just instructional or pure entertainment. I'm going to be doing some crazy things on this channel, and I'm not afraid to make a fool of myself. The idea is that I can use that kind of content to draw people to the channel. Hopefully, once they are here, they will check out some of the more meaningful and uplifting content. Anyway, that is the plan, and now it is time for me to implement the plan. It is time for me to see whether I can turn my life around. If this resonates with you, it could be a time for you to do the same. Time for you to join me on what I hope will be an amazing adventure. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here at the beginning. I hope we can all learn from each other and help each other become lights in the darkness. As said before, if you like the video, please press the like button, and if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share them in any way possible, and yeah, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you all. Thanks so much for watching.